Hello, everybody, and welcome to Malty Monday. And today, May the 4th be with you. And the panel, myself, we're going to join the dark side tonight, and we're going to enter the Schwarzbier, which is black lager. Want to welcome my panel. Now we have Ron Therio, Louisiana Beer Reviews.
Hello.
We have Thomas Metal 75.
Hello.
Black Lager.
Black lagers.
And right below him, we have Bear Man.
Yo, hello.
Michael Kormaroff.
Hello.
And then Miscellaneous Magnets.
What's going on, everybody?
Hello.
I want to say thank you guys for joining in tonight. Thank the chat for being here. A few of my folks have been on the panel before, or at least in the chat, we got Thrash Metal. Thank you for being here. And also John and Nelly, thank you as well for being here to examine this. If anybody has a Schwarzbier or a black lager in the chat and you want to drink along, please do. And if nobody else has the link in one of our little things, I'm going to leave that right now, one of our little hangout posts. I'll paste that link now, just in case there's somebody in the chat that may have a Schwarzbier or black lager that wants to join up on panel. So cheers to Whiskey Scout and Brandon Norwood as well for stopping in. Thank you guys. Let me go ahead and just read over the BJCP little short stuff there, and then I'll try to go through some history on it through a book, because once again, we do not have Anthony. He was my history guy. So anyways, the overall impression of the Schwarzbier. Dark German lager that balances roasted yet smooth malt flavors with moderate hop bitterness. The lighter body, dryness, and lack of a harsh, burnt, or heavy aftertaste helps make this beer quite drinkable. Comments on it: literally means black beer in German. While sometimes called a black pils, the beer is rarely dark as black or as bitter as pils. Don't expect strongly roasted porter-like flavors. History: this is a regional specialty from Thuringia, Saxony, and Franconia in Germany. History is a bit sketchy, but is suspected of being originally a top fermented beer. Popularity grew after German reunification, served as the inspiration for black lagers brewed in Japan. That's an interesting note there. Schwarzbier. Similarities between Dunkel lager and Schwarzbier might suggest a common ancestor, but evidence points to parallel evolution rather than a forking line from a single ancestor. The center of Dunkel production was Munich, but Schwarzbiers had two hometown fathers. North, the famous Franconian brewing city of Kulmbach, and a tiny hamlet farther north in Thuringia known as Bad Kostritz. In Kulmbach, brewing dated back all the way to pre-Christian times, where archaeologists found residue from a black bread-based beer. This was about as close to contemporary Schwarzbier as the Model A is to a hybrid, but it does show the long tradition of brewing in the town. So I'll kind of stop it there because it does just continue on with a bunch of other stuff in the history. Let's go ahead and check out these Schwarzbiers, these black lagers. And first off, we're going to go to When the Jedi Returns. Will be Ron Therio.
There he is.
Okay. Hello. Now here is what I've got. It's Dixie beer, and it's their blackened voodoo. This has been on the market since 1990, 30th anniversary. And it says it's 5.5% alcohol. It says, and here's what the bottle looks like, by the way, similar. If you'd rather get bottle version. And here's a real old bottle. This is the original label with the swamp and the moon, full moon. Ooh, it's so spooky. Now, it says very quickly, this dark lager balances premium roasted barley malts with Mount Hood and Cascade hops, resulting in a rich, mysterious brew with bewitching character and magical spirit. Brewed in New Orleans, Louisiana. There you go. Want me to pour it now or wait?
Pour it now. Yeah, go through the whole thing and then just give your afterthoughts
All right.
after everybody
All right.
goes through.
Oh no, don't pour it so aggressively. It's gonna make a head. Yeah, well, big deal. Okay, now thick beige head. Is that beige or khaki? And the appearance is really brown, you know, say blackened, but it's more like browned, browned voodoo, caramelized voodoo. But most black beers are not really black. The Xingu is pretty dark. Now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I was full screen and then I went to small and it threw me off.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's sorry. That's how I'm kind of doing it now. Bring it up so you can present and then going back.
Okay. Smells sweet, dark brown bread, roasted malts. I also want to say I'm sorry, Robert, the Whiskey Scout, about your mother passing away. I want to mention that.
Oh
I want
man,
to express my condolences.
man.
I did on Facebook. On Facebook already today. Okay. Nice, rich, but not bold, not too bold aroma. Roasted, sweet, a little char, low to moderate bitterness, really. It's got a little chocolate powder, a little coffee flavor, cream and coffee even. The body is medium, and the finish is crisp and refreshing. It's a very good beer. So mute me because somebody's calling me. So I'm very pleased with it. I'm going to give it a good score. Sorry about that, but I'm liking it.
Okay, I guess we'll move on over to Thomas Metal 75.
Okay. Mine sounds like it would be Chinese, but it is from the country of Brazil. It's their website says that this is pronounced Xingu. And to be properly correct about this beer, Michael, this is in fact 4.6, not 4.7%.
Okay.
That the packaging and the website confirms that the internet is off by 1/10 of a percentile. This brand, I think, I found some information on the Beer of the Month Club. It was, I guess, it was founded, this brewery, by some people in Vermont. Go figure that. That went to Brazil to try by 5 women. Was founded in Vermont by 5 women who sought to prevent the extinction of some of the world's rarest beer styles, and it came out in 1988. And I guess the original beer's recipe was dated back, and they found records from 1557 about a black beer produced in the Amazon rainforest with corn and ionic and fermented naturally. All right, they want to honor that beer. It's a twist top, and it was like $2.59. Gonna pour it in a Kottstritzer Schwarzbier glass. This is considered a German style Schwarzbier, so very awesome to see that. All right, the color on the Xingu is pitch black on camera. However, there are some very fine around the edges of the glass, ruby red kind of tinges to it with a nice tan mocha colored head like you would get on a stout or a lower ABV porter. Again, 4.6%, and I'm getting You can see that there. Some really nice effervescence. That looks pretty, actually. Whoa, there's a lot of carbonation. Yeah, you're kind of getting a dirty. I don't want to be mean to the beer. It's kind of a dirty, grainy, musty smell. There's nothing really clean about this black lager. Not really. I'm getting some nuttiness. I'm getting probably what is corn, I would assume. And maybe a little toasty, bready malt. Maybe there's a little bit of like a caramel or molasses type sweetness. Let's give it a try. So far, the nose isn't that awesome.
Cheers.
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 Cheers, man.
Cheers. Eric, you ever had the Xingu Gold?
No, but I saw that on the website, and that was the first time I ever heard of that one. I think I may have seen that in the store.
It's great.
This beer is owned by Heineken International, I think. I could be wrong about that. But it kind of has that
Yes.
dirty
Always
feel like I'll get from their beers. This has like some kind of honey-like sweetness. There is a toasty, bready malt in the background. It's like it kind of finishes on the dirtier, grainier side. So it kind of feels like it would be more one of your adjunct styles of beer. Not maybe true 100% to the Schwarzbier style. But if you like that Dunkel style we were talking about, if you like the lager beers that have, even the pale versions that have more of a lighter body and a lighter ABV, you probably would like this one. It's not as clean and crisp as I would. It's got a lot of crispness. It's not as clean as I would hope. It's a light towards medium bodied. It's crisp and it is very refreshing, but there's just something about the grainy complexion that's no go on this. But I'll give it so far a 1 thumb up, and I'll come up with a rating for later. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's almost
Beer
like
man.
a cherry thing in the finish. That's kind of weird. Yeah. All right, I'm done.
Okay, now beer man. You know what time it is?
It's beer time, man.
All right.
It's black lager time. No, it's Schwarzbier time. This is one I got from Culmination Brewing out of, I think they're out of Portland. Another one out of Portland, Oregon. Yep, Portland, Oregon. It's additive synthesis. It's a 5.6. They say it's a 5% on. It's a Czech style black lager. So, close enough, I guess. Right.
What was the ABV on that?
5.6, but they said it's a 5 on the site. So, on the label it says 5.6. So. Yeah, but in the date I couldn't read it. It's 11 though in the month, so it's it's about 4-5 months old or so, maybe something like that. Let's go ahead and open it. It didn't really open very well. Hold on. I hate that when that happens. There we go.
Sorry.
There we go. Nice big old fatty head. Got about a 3-finger there. Oh yeah, it's got a lot of like that espresso-y kind of dark chocolate notes. Like a wheat bread kind of note coming out of it. More crispy, light, lager-like, more refreshing smelling. A little thinner on the nose, but it's still got that dark, the dark malts and stuff's really nice. It smells like it's got a lot more than a 5.6. It's got a creamy, kind of a tan head, off-white to tan in my light. It's a dark brown, can't see through it, opaque. It's got streaming, fast-rising bubbles up the side. Let's go ahead and take a dive. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
Roasty, toasty, malts, kind of a tangy finish. Tangy like dry finish, tangy around the tongue and the back and up in the palate, up on the tongue. You get this tangy kind of a, just a real refreshing, almost even like a light citrus with this like kind of a dark chocolate coffee espresso kind of note in the front. And then it pushes back and you get that chocolate espresso again. So it's kind of nice how it kind of whirlwinds around your mouth. It's got a nice texture to it, somewhat of a medium body, maybe a light medium body. Mouthfeel is just real clean, refreshing. Doesn't taste like a dark beer at all. It's real nice and just easy to drink. Really nice. like this. So we score now, right? No, we don't score.
No,
now.
no, afterwards. Yeah.
Cheers.
You'll,
All right.
you'll have some time to sit on it and think about it. Maybe your
Right on.
score will
Cool.
change.
That's about
Thank
all I
you,
have
Beer
to say
Man.
about that.
Yeah. Cheers. And we're
Cheers.
going to move on over to see what Michael Kormaroff has brought.
Okay, I have the Kostritzer. Let's see if I can turn it right so you can see.
Yeah. Here's where you put
From Bad Kostritz in Germany. So I guess the town is Bad Kostritz. That's where this beer comes from. This is what it looks like in the glass. Beige head and a lot of bubbles.
looks like a Guinness.
And it's, again, more dark brown than black, but I guess it's depends on the light that you do have. Let me give it a smell. You're getting the malts, roasted malts in the smell. It smells clean. It smells interesting too. Let me give it a taste.
Cheers.
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 Beer.
The taste follows the nose. You're getting the roasted malts. There's some chocolate in the background, but it's very mild. It's not a heavy chocolate taste in the background. It has a medium mouthfeel, very drinkable, very, I didn't mention it's 4.8%. I don't know what the IBUs are. I'd assume it's low, but I don't, it's definitely
Yeah.
less than
don't listen.
20, I'm sure. I'm enjoying it. You notice on it, it has the lacing is starting to go on the side, and the head retention is very nice. I actually like this style. If you were drinking this completely blind, where you didn't know the color, this could be a regular lager beer. But I guess you do have the heavier roasted malts in it, which tell you that it's a dark lager. But it's quite good.
Official
I'll have a number for you shortly. I will give you a number in a few minutes.
Very good. Very good. Miscellaneous.
Awesome.
You've got a couple beers. It's going to be interesting to see which one you choose.
Yeah, I got a couple of them. I think I'm going to go with this one. It was scored a little better. This is Sapporo Premium Black. This is from the, I guess, the oldest. What did they say over here? The oldest brand of beer out of Japan. Haven't had it. I did have a German one, so I went and did a little research, and this apparently seemed to be reviewed as a slightly better beer. So yeah, it's a 22-ounce can, and it's not looking as dark as I thought it would. Definitely more brown. For sure.
Oh yeah, that's a good beer. I remember when that beer came out. I was so excited.
And it's very deep, rich mahogany color. Definitely khaki head. Was a little aggressive on the pour. It's got very, very firm head. Toasty. Smells already coming off of it. Malty. Slight malt. This actually has more of a bitter note coming off of it. Maybe it's because I did research. It said this does have rice in it, so not too sure. It's not too toasty smelling. A little malty. Kind of hard to tell where this is gonna go. It's got a little, like I said, slight hoppy bitterness. So, cheers.
Good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, you're gonna love it. Great.
Oh man, that is really good. Slight. Sorry, I forgot to say it's 5%. Could not find an IBU on it. It's very nice though. Light chocolate hints. It's got like a dark, almost like a dark bready, like a toasted bread to it. Very light. It's kind of got a bit of a tinny metallic taste to it. Could be just that can of beer. It's pretty good. Not too shabby. I'm gonna, if I finish this one, I might jump into that other one by the time we get back around. So I got one from Germany, but like I said, I thought this one was scored a little better. I feel like that might not be the case. So, anyways.
Yeah, and the one that you have, nobody else
I
has
know.
had.
I was bummed out, man. Yeah, maybe I'll come back around.
But there is one person on this panel that has the exact same beer as
That's
somebody
Michael.
else on this panel.
Michael, is it one of these?
No, it was my source is our source is the same size. So it's, Michael Komaroff and I both have
So it is one of those.
Stressa Schwarzbier, 4.8% ABV, as Michael already said. You've seen the can art already on his.
It says the #1 dark beer in Germany.
It is, and I've seen other ones that say the same thing. No.
They're always #1.
Uh-oh.
Our beer is always #1.
Actually, this is the only one I could find. I've had this one before, and I enjoyed it. And Ron thinks this one's really nice. But yeah, that's what Coors like.
Sure.
If you hold it up to light, it does have some kind of brownish caramel to reddish hues at the bottom. It's pretty dark. Don't quite go black on it, I guess, but it's getting there. It does have that kind of khaki colored head. Mixture of small and medium bubbles. And the aromas pick up on a little bit of like a plum like fruit in the nose.
Yeah.
A little bit of like a chocolate note. Very, very light, almost like a milk chocolate. Kind of has a little bit of that roasty aroma, but it's not like straight up like they say. It's not like a porter or a stout, so it's not like a real robust like malt nose out of the darker malt grain. But yeah, I'm getting that kind of plum and a little bit of like a chocolate nose. Smells kind of sweet. Not picking up on any real hop notes in this one. Going for the first swig. So cheers.
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 Cheers, George.
All right. So the flavors on it are kind of still getting a little bit of that kind of like darker fruit type note. A little bit of that almost chocolatey note. It's all like dialed down a little bit from what the aromas are. The aromas smell like it's going to be a bit more, but it just seems like it's dialed back in the flavor. It went through this like bittering phase at the end, and then I'm starting to actually notice like a little bit of like a nut flavor in there too, almost like cashew or something. Pretty light, thin body. Carbonation on it's not as high as I would think for a lager. I think it just reaches into that kind of medium realm for me. But definitely an easy drinker. It's 4.8%. I mean, you can have plenty of these. You are left with some decent flavors in the mouth though afterwards. So flavors do linger on, which would make it like easier to sip on versus just gulping down like you might do with an American adjunct lager, which has a lot less flavors that are like this, the darker malts. So that's my tasting of the beer.
Yeah.
And we'll go back through and everybody can give their scores, thoughts, feelings, last words. And also as you go, I'll go through my little rant afterwards. We don't have like a huge each panel will have to rotate people through. So do the little rant thing, and then everybody can talk about any upcoming events on their channel and stuff. So we'll go over to Ron, Louisiana beer reviews.
Hello again. This is a really enjoyable product. I've been enjoying it for over 20 years. Nearly 25. Oh yeah, Asahi Black is good. They're Kuronami. I think it's an A beer. I mean, I'm gonna say 94 out of 100. That could be too low. I don't know. 94. It's a good beer. They've been making it for 30 years. You can get it on draft. You can get it on in cans, bottles. So.
Wow.
But the sad thing is, I'm drinking it. Y'all can't get it probably. It's common in Louisiana, you know, but.
Excellent. So again, I'm drinking the Shingu black beer. It is called a German Schwarzbier on Beer Advocate, 4.6% from Brazil. As I was drinking it initially, as I mentioned, I was getting sort of that dirty, sort of grainy complexion to it. I think as it's warmed up a little bit, I'm getting sort of an all over the place finish to the beer. It is on the sort of the sweet side, but then it does transition to pretty dry. So I'll go with semi-sweet. It has that dirty grain complexion that I was mentioning, but then I was able, as it warmed up, to get more of a dark chocolate note and something that reminded me distinctively of like maybe a cherry covered sort of dark chocolate or dark cherry covered chocolate. So mixed in with some amount of bitterness and that grainy complexion, it just kind of finishes weird. And as somebody was talking about, I was reading out about the Sapporo black beer on Beer Advocate. Somebody said in their review that it's actually pretty rounded and smooth, but off-putting in a drinkable way. And that's entirely the Shingu, though. So I'm going to give the Shingu an 82 based on that really weird, dirty, grainy taste and finish of the beer. I wish it was more clean and a little bit more sharp in its flavor. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any other things to complain about. But Shingu black beer, 82, Thomas Middle. Cheers.
Cheers, man. All right. Mine, it's kind of weird. Like this one, well, these beers, I guess, they're not as bitter. Obviously, they've got more of a maltiness kick to them. They're a little lighter. They have that Pilsner lightness, that lager lightness in them. But they've also got like a mixture of browns, porters, and stouts all in one. They kind of have not stouts, more of a brown porter, or even a darker like a pale or something like that. They have a real kind of an in between flavor with that carafa, like Paul was saying. That definitely probably imparted a lot of the flavors, like with the chocolate. It doesn't have a lot of flavor in that malt, but it gives you that like. That roastiness, that kind of a brown bread or that. This was real crispy and light, easy to drink. Had all those awesome flavors that I mean, I love dark beers. You know, they're great. They're awesome. They taste so wonderful. They're so filling and so awesome to drink. And it's nice to be able to have a lager crispiness and a lightness to be able to allow you to accept that more. And this, I definitely out of 100 would give this about a 95. It's not bad. It's a really good beer. Really good beer. So,
Right.
Cheers.
Cheers. My performer off. I'm going to try not to steal your score. So I already have my score in my head. So,
okay, I am giving this a 90, which to me is an A minus. It's hard. I haven't really had that many black beers in my life of this type, so it's really a hard comparison to make, but it's certainly easy drinking. It has the characteristics of the style. I'm not sure what would make it better. Maybe more taste, but maybe the style would be different if it had more taste. I think it's very good, easy drinking. I was thinking that when I had this in one of my comparison beer tastings, it didn't do as well because when you start comparing this, it doesn't have the depth of a stout. But if you think about it, they're not trying to get the depth of a stout. That's not part of the object of this beer. But its ratings would do more poorly because we kind of like to compare styles, and it weakens its position. But in some ways, that's not fair because it's not intended to be exactly like a stout. It has different brewing style. But this certainly is an above average beer, and I would buy it again. And I think it's really good.
And pretty cheap too.
Very reasonable too.
Yeah, that's always good.
Boy. Well, my opinions on mine. I'm gonna score it an 80. The beer might been a little bit better in my opinion, but I got a real metallic tin taste out of it. The can does not have a date on it. The beer didn't taste real foul, but it has a heavy metallic taste. I don't feel that I can honestly give an honest opinion on it due to that, but I'll stick with an 80, and then I don't know how long you're gonna hang around in the back or keep this going. We're only at 30 minutes, but I definitely want to pour this and try this because this is my original choice from Germany. This is an actual Schwarzbier, is what it said, labeled on the shelf. And man, I should have went with my gut and stuck with the German beer, man. So
yeah, you can bring that one back up after. What I'll do is
you don't have to blow it up. I just
score on mine real quick.
Know.
It's just gonna be
this one sounded better though.
Well, you'll be able to say whether or not you like it more. But I'm gonna give mine a 94 out of 100. Things I think would have made it better. What's that?
I gave it 90. What was Michael's?
90.
90. Okay. 90. Okay.
So I think a little bit more carbonation to it. I think that was kind of one of the things I noticed that was lacking. I know that the flavors and stuff, it wasn't supposed to be as robust in the flavors because, as mentioned in what they say, like for the style, it was not meant to have the big roasty toastiness of like a porter or a stout, and not the body or anything, the mouthfeel of that either. So I think for what it is, it does have some good flavors and everything. I think just a little bit more carbonation would have been more welcome for me. So 94 out of 100. This one for me. But yeah, we will have Malty Monday every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will once again create a poll, hopefully in this one. So if anybody afterwards wants to hang out, we'll probably try to do like a hangout in something. I'll see if Drunken One can create a hangout that we can go to, just in case there's like a big influx of people, so we have more than 6 to try to create the next poll of 4 beers to choose from. The polling will be placed in the hangout groups that we have. If you're in the chat or just watching the channel and you don't have you're not in the hangout groups, it will be posted in the description of this video. Once it goes up on YouTube, I'll be able to put the poll into that. So once we have it created, so you can vote for the next Malty Monday style that you would like to see. Other than that, I want to definitely thank everybody for being here on panel, and thank the chat for being here as well. I'm gonna pass this on over to Ron Therio if you want to start shouting out your channels and all that stuff, and then we'll let Miscellaneous also do that other beer too. So go ahead, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay, and then I'm gonna leave. Thanks, Jesse. Thank you. Well, I have to wake up early tomorrow morning for. Welcome. I have to wake up early tomorrow morning for a rum taste challenge. So doing a one from the Virgin Islands versus one from the Virgin Islands. So okay, all right, cool.
Virgin Islands.
Oh no, from Puerto Rico. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got it wrong. I'm sorry. U.S. Virgin Islands versus Puerto Rico. So
Nice.
and then Wednesday night at about 7:20 Eastern, I'll probably be going alone because nobody can find peanut butter beers. I thought it was more common.
Oh,
Let's see 'em-
what? I can. Oh shit! It's the
Eric
same
has
time.
one.
I can find peanut butter beers all day.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can get them pretty readily in Louisiana, but other people are saying peanut butter beer.
I found one in Rhode
I
Island.
think that
So
mine
we're
too,
doing-
but I'll find one. When is
Beer
this?
man doesn't
Wednesday.
like them.
Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern
Wednesday.
Standard, so 4:30 your time.
Yeah, so about 5:20 California.
Okay.
No, sorry, 4:20. 4:20.
Yeah.
You might be busy. 4:20 California time. 4:30.
Yeah, probably. You know. Yeah, that I have one in mind
Wow.
already. Dang, dude, that's cool. All right, I'll see what I can
Yeah,
do.
of course, anybody can drive. It's not
I'll give you a
usually
link.
we
There
don't
you go,
get too many
man. I just
California.
picked you up.
They say the time is not too good, but we're doing peanut butter beers or peanut beers. Or now Michael Komaroff asked, could we expand it to nut? I said, yeah, any beer made with nuts, but I don't. And they do have pecan. They do have pecan beers. I don't know about walnut. I think almond is done. Thursday night at 7 Eastern, 4 o'clock California time, Pacific. We're going to do Thunder and Thursday. I'm going to do another rum challenge. And then that's it for me. And then South Sunday's coming Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. California time. May not really work out for the California folks, but
Thanks.
South Sunday, and I have it's just so early, you know. I mean, it's who drinks at 7:30 in the morning?
It depends on the day, but I'm that guy.
Well,
So Ron, I do have to ask now, because now that if you're going to extend this to just like nut beers, not just peanut butter beers.
Nut beers.
I saw a beer today.
yeah, you know, nuts are growing.
Trees.
I saw a beer today
Nuts
that,
grow on trees.
Growing trees.
that was a Nutella beer.
Sometimes they fall off trees.
Is Nutella considered a nut product?
Or is it a legume?
Nutella beer. Well, yeah, because it's made. Yeah, isn't Nutella made with like
I guess
hazelnut?
peanuts are legume.
Yeah,
so.
it is.
I think it's
Yeah.
hazelnuts.
Hazelnuts.
Hazelnuts. Now that would be a very interesting product.
Rogue has their
That would be
hazelnut
something
brown.
interesting to.
All right, I'll see if I can find it at. I saw it at a place close to my work, so I'll try to pick that one up. Because I didn't
Now,
want to do.
what
I can get another
what
one. I
would-
didn't want to do the same one again. What's that?
No, that'd be a cool one. What would not work? What would not work would be something like Samuel Smith's Nut Brown Ale. It has no nuts in it. They just call it Nut Brown because it has nutty qualities, you know. But you know, it has to be a beer that's flavored with actual nuts or nut products. And I have the peanut butter stout made with actual peanut butter, you know. So, but Eric,
No, you don't want to hear what I just said. No,
Eric,
but I will be joining that. I have peanut butter beer from Rhode Island. I will be joining. It's called Nutty Professor. Ooh.
he's gonna do. They're called New England nuts. They grow in trees and.
And in the state capitals of states, yes, there's nuts there too.
Yeah.
Islands. No,
In the state
no
capital.
joke tonight, people. None. We had enough of that
All
joke.
right. Well, thanks for letting me join. Thanks for letting me join. Jesse.
No, thank you for being on, Ron. I appreciate you being
Yeah,
here.
absolutely, man. Cool to see you
Cheers,
again.
bro. Yeah, good to see you.
I have one of those in the
Good to
in
see
the
everybody.
fridge.
What, Mike?
Still trying to find the nut beer in the next 2 days. And if I do, I will attend. But I'm still locked
Okay,
down.
maybe you could find that rogue.
Get around.
Oh yeah, that lockdown. Don't even get me stuff. Maybe you could find that rogue hazelnut.
Look,
Brown nectar, yeah.
it's,
That's all right.
I
It's in
saw
most
that
grocery stores.
Saturday. I saw that Saturday. Just this past Saturday. Okay, thanks. Take care now,
Eric.
Bumpy Road and Miscellaneous and Michael.
Hey, take care. We'll see you on Sunday.
Cheers,
Eric.
man. Great to meet you.
Cheers, man.
Take care.
Have a good
And
night.
have a happy and safe Dawn Buster.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh
Wash
yeah.
your hands.
Thank you.
Always.
Yeah, safe. I'm
Wear your
doing
mask.
rum.
And don't stare at the sun as it comes up.
Don't look at people.
Boy, my channel name is Thomas Metal 75. Go subscribe to that guy. I do the Masters of Beer reviews. I don't do enough, but I need to get really serious into them. I will be joining Jay on Wednesday and Bumpy Road every Monday. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been real. We'll see what else happens in the week. If we're all here, you're probably still reading the chats of various shows. Probably a Friday with Blake. Who knows? Blake, cheers.
Cheers. Right on. Cool, man. So when was that? When was Thurio's thing? Wednesday at 4:30 my
Yep.
time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think I got that syntax in my mind right now. It's a gross beer, but I'll drink it. But I just don't like peanut butter and butter on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. No, I just I started about 2 months ago. I started the cheese and beer tasting pairing at 5 o'clock my times, 8 o'clock Eastern. Wednesday, I do a recipe, make a recipe. I try to go over a certain style a week and put that together. It can be a little boring sometimes, but that's what I do. And then Thursday, I do a beer and jerky. If y'all want to make it, I know it can get a little spendy with that jerky, so even for myself. So, but yeah. And then all the other days, I just support. I go to Food Fridays on Friday with Alex, the beer master, and then I come over here with Malty Mondays on Monday, and I have my weekends off. So, cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thank you, Beer Man.
Thank you.
But Komarov, I know you don't have a channel.
Well,
is there anything that you want to?
The only thing that's different, the first Thursday of every month, I normally have people who come to my house and we do a beer tasting. Unfortunately, we still in New York have the stay-at-home order, so I would still have some people come over, but most people are afraid to or whatever. So I have one stalwart in the neighborhood who came last month. He's going to come again, and we're going to do probably 8 beers together with my wife. And this time, for the first time, we're going to make it virtual, so people can come on. But it's funny, we're doing it not on Zoom, but we're doing it on FaceTime, which I didn't even realize you could use as a link. You have to have an Apple device, either an iPad or an iPhone. But supposedly you can have as many people on it as you want. You're not all, I guess, together. In other words, they all can see what we're doing.
Yeah.
Be doing the main impetus of the tasting, but you could switch to the other people with their own beers and they can, rate them or do whatever you want. So it'll be a way that and these are the people who are involved and normally come on Thursday. So they'll be able to see what we're doing. They'll do their own thing with their own beers that they have at their own. And we've never done it before. It sounds interesting. It's similar to this, but I think it's going to be different because we're doing the main work because we're going to do these 8. We're not going to do all 8 consecutively because they're going to get bored. So we'll slip them in between kind of thing. And we'll see how many people actually want to do it and come on. But we did it last month with just us and we did do a little thing where somebody came on their iPhone, a couple, and they were just talking to us. They didn't do a beer. So this is the first time we're going to try to do it as a group thing. And we'll see how it comes off. Because this one with StreamYard, you can only have 6 people on at a time.
Right.
And I've never done it with, FaceTime. So I've done FaceTime individually, but I've never done it in a bigger group. But he says with this FaceTime app, you can have more people involved at the same time. So it'll be interesting to see how it comes out.
Sounds fun.
Awesome.
We will see.
Cool.
I really don't have too much going on. I'd like to thank everybody that showed up to my first brew day. You guys helped me out a lot. All my arrows are in the green now. I got about 22 to 24 watch hours out of just that 4-hour stream. So appreciate that, everybody that showed up. I think here soon, since the weather's been good, it's been hot, sun's out, I might be able to get out more because this shit doesn't do well in the sun. So I feel a little bit more comfortable. It's been a little bit more time. There's been a little bit more knowledge put out about it. And yeah, man, anybody wants to check BuMpY out, check Beerman out, I always stop by there. I might go check out Ron's stuff because I got peanut butter beers I can find all the time.
Mhm.
But let's check out this Kronbacher Dark real quick, because I should have went with this. I should have went with my gut, and I was disappointed by the
Bring it
10
up so you can show the
beer.
beer and what it looks like.
Nice.
What's the ABV on it?
4.7.
Okay, I got it.
Yep.
Fantastic. I get to use this one again.
Oh, yeah.
Woohoo!
This one looks a bit darker than the last one for sure. Now that's a black beer if I ever seen one.
That looks nice in the glass.
It's all things considered, even though the glass is not properly cleaned. This one has a very, I wouldn't even call it khaki. I'd call it off-white. Lots of large bubbles in there. Got a soapy look to it. This seems like a much thinner beer on the nose. Very, very similar. Very lager up front. Small bit of chocolatey notes. Let's go for the taste.
Cheers.
That is interesting because they did say that the Schwarzbier in Germany was based off of their liking for the Japanese black lager. So
I honestly can't tell the difference.
Wow. That's
Wow.
interesting.
I honestly cannot. If you poured these beers side by side, other than the color, and you didn't know which one was which, they shit is almost Johnny on the spot the same.
How interesting.
I still get that slight little metallic-y. I don't know what it is. Because this is not an old beer.
you don't have a metal filling, do you?
Nah, you get it on that beer too.
All the way in the back. I have one.
Are you bleeding in your mouth?
No. Yeah, this beer was bottled 1/22/20, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the style of beer. My palate's off.
Piece of red meat in your tooth.
The only beer I had one beer before we did this, and it was a High Life, so I don't think that threw my palate off too much. But
Could a metallic taste be in the profile of?
it could be. I've never had this style of beer before. I don't know.
Depending on
honestly
flavor or not. Yeah.
I like. See, that sip was better. Maybe because I've had beers like that. When they sit and it like airs out a bit, the metallic starts to go away. But with that Sapporo, with this one, this is the heaviest can of beer I've ever bought. Like, this is an empty can, and this is a hefty can. I don't know what they make this out of. I mean,
the cans are huge. Yeah,
it's imported from Vietnam, but it's made in Japan, and it's imported through La Crosse, Wisconsin. I don't know. I'm sure it goes through many, many hands to get here. If I had to choose one, I would choose this one over the other one at this point to date.
So how
was that one cheaper than the Sapporo as well?
This was, I think, like $2 and change, and I think this one was about $3. No, so not a big. I mean, I went to the store. I picked up 5 beers. I picked up 2 Founders, the 4 Giants, and I picked up that what's that? The Mountain Brown, Frangelic Mountain, or whatever that is. And I picked up 2 of these in the Sapporo, and it was $15. And I had racked up enough points. I got my $5 discount, so I paid $10 for 5 beers.
That's good.
And those Founders ones were a little bit more spendy. They were like $4 a piece.
So how many more points would you give it than the 80 if you had to actually pick how much better it is?
I would. You know what? I would put this more. See, that tinny taste is going away now that it's aired out. Yeah, see, I got one of those in the fridge, Bumpy. I haven't had one, but
You gotta air those out sometimes.
this is much better. I would score this as very high B or low A. I think I'm going to go 89 on this.
Okay, so maybe it just had a clear. Sometimes a beer, give it a few minutes to clear out.
This one did not.
And the other one didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely not. This was like straight, had metallic old beer can taste to it. Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't great. I'm disappointed because it was weird. On Beer Advocate, this was scored higher than this. This was scored okay, and this was scored good. I know that's not the best source of information. You go to Untapped, and you can get bad information there too. So I don't know. I would definitely.
The best information you can get is on Bumpy Road Brewery.
Yeah, there you go. I can drink to that. Man, this is fun, man. Glad your buddy Ron showed up again. I got his channel. Just subbed him out. I know he does a lot of beer stuff. A lot from back in the day up till now. So I have to swing by and check his channel out.
Yeah. No, he does a lot of the commercial stuff. He does a lot of the commercial and the stuff everyone likes to drink.
He's got 11 years of YouTube videos up, so you can watch him for like the next 3 years and never catch up.
I'm gonna go back to day one, like I do with everybody, and then I'll go jump in like 5 years later and see where he's at there, and then
back
to
when
year
Ron
10.
Back when Ron was 28 years old.
I do that with everybody and it doesn't matter what your channel is. If I hang out with you, I want to see how far you've come and where it all started. Because it's not all polished right off the get-go.
No, it is not. Mm-mm.
No, it's not. Not at all. Still polishing it.
Polishing that turd. We gotta make our channels into diamonds. Come on.
Was on earlier is the one who hosts Stout Sunday. So if you're ever up early, and in your case it's 7:30, which is really early.
I'm at work by then.
Yeah, so you couldn't do it anyway. We do stout beers every Sunday. I'm retired, so
Nice.
but
Yeah, I'm at work at 6:20 in the morning on Sundays.
I wouldn't say I'm
my hump day.
retired, but I'm retarded. I'm a little retarded.
The longer you hang out with
Jobless
them,
and
that
retarded.
happens.
Yeah. Jobless and retarded. Yeah.
That's not right. No.
One joke's good. You're pushing it.
I think what we're gonna do before things get too ridiculous, going to go ahead and end this. So I hope everybody
Cheers to the
enjoying
Schwarzbier.
next Malty Monday as well. Check out Beer Man Tuesdays, his beer and cheese. I've got Asiago. Asiago, I know, is a good cooking cheese. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it though, just with the Asiago and the beer. We've got Thomas Metal 75. Please check out his channel. He's also a musician, not a magician, a musician. Almost called you David Copperfield. So yeah, please check out his channel. Komarov. Apparently, if you guys have an Apple product, like an iPhone or an iPad or an Apple II computer, maybe you can catch his thing there. That he's going to be doing with this group of people is 8 beers of choice. And we got the Wookiee miscellaneous. Joining
May
us
the
on,
fourth be with
May the
you.
4th.
Hey, I'm close.
So He just brewed his very first beer.
Sorry, I
the
just
other-
thought that was apt for the
It was
day.
two nights ago. 2 nights ago, your first brew.
Yeah.
It looked like it was bubbling away, fermenting good. So, looking forward to see how that turns out for him. And it's awesome that he started brewing, home brewing, and I hope you find a lot of joy in it, and definitely grow and do weird.
Yeah, my other
experiments.
kit came in today, so I got the
Good.
second
Awesome.
stout kit for $40.
Awesome.
2 for
Nice.
40. BOGO.
That's awesome.
On USPS. Poor the
Adam-
other guy on
Adam
the other end.
make it a double, an imperial stout.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all for joining in. Was sad news tonight to hear
Yes.
that Whiskey Scout's mother did pass away. I guess.
My sincerest condolences, man.
So
Seriously, man. That's sad to hear that.
yeah, Mother's Day is coming up next Sunday. So please, anybody that does have their mom still with them, make sure that you at least talk to your mom on Mom's Day and let her know that you love her.
Please
And
do.
but
No,
thank you all for joining.
Bumpy, thanks for hosting.
That's mine.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to find a Google Hangout somewhere. I don't know if anything's. I'm gonna go off air right now though, and then I'm gonna look real quick.
See ya.
Take care, everybody.